Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be making Brunswick Stew, and we are going to first start by making a meal prior to that, because the best way that I like to make Brunswick Stew is by using leftover barbecue pork or chicken. And today we're going to make barbecue pork, and then that's going to go into our next meal of Brunswick Stew. So let's get started on the pork. There is our pork. This is a nice pork roast that I found, and we're going to put it in our lined crock pot. And we also are going to add 3 ingredients. So I have some, this is called butt massage, but any kind of pork seasoning that you have, a bottle of barbecue sauce, and some Coca-Cola. This is the easiest way to make a pulled pork or a slow cooker pork, and we're going to start out with these ingredients. All right, I start by adding about a tablespoon of the dry rub onto the pork, and we're going to massage that in really well and then add our next ingredients. All right, now we are adding some barbecue sauce. It can be your favorite barbecue sauce or whatever is on sale or whatever flavor profile you like for barbecue sauce. This one is, I think it's a honey barbecue sauce, but you can do whatever kind you like. And we're going to add this in and then add our Coke. Alright, now we're going to add a Coke. You could also substitute this for water. It doesn't have to be a Coke, but I like the sugars of the Coke in here. It's usually about 1 can of Coke, or about 8 ounces, and so we're going to add that in and let it cook for about 8 hours. Alright, our barbecue pork roast is done, and so we're just going to shred it and have it as barbecue sandwiches tonight. The ingredients we need for our Brunswick stew are some leftover barbecue pork or chicken, or both. We have pork. I also have some lima beans. Now, I cooked these lima beans and we already ate them. So these are leftover lima beans. I cooked them with some bacon. So we're going to use our lima beans and some chicken broth, some corn, some fire roasted tomatoes, barbecue sauce, ketchup, of course butter, salted, and onion. So we're going to get these prepared to make our Brunswick stew. First thing we're going to do is saute our diced onion in about a tablespoon of butter until the onions are a little bit translucent, and then we'll add our other ingredients. Alright, our onions are becoming a little translucent, and I'm going to add a few of our own tomatoes to the dish. So I have those over here, just cooking those down a little bit, softening them up. But I'm also going to add the ones from the can as well. So we're going to start adding our other ingredients and building up our stew. All right, I have the whole kernel corn. I put 2 cans in, and I'm going to put in a can of our fire roasted tomatoes. Now, if you're doing cream style corn, which you can, I would wait and do that last instead of while it's cooking. But because I have whole kernel corn, I'm going to go ahead and put that in now and let it soften up and cook down along with the rest of the stew. All right, so we have our onions, our corn, our tomatoes, and now I'm going to add about a cup of ketchup. So this gives it the good Brunswick stew flavor as well as the barbecue sauce. I'm going to add about a cup. I'm just going to eyeball this. And then I'm going to add about a half a cup of the barbecue sauce. All right, we've got our sauces added, and now we're going to add our meat. All right, I added about 2 cups of our shredded leftover pulled pork that did have barbecue sauce already mixed in with it. So with the added barbecue sauce, you can really tell where the flavors are going to go here. Next, I'm going to add our lima beans. Now, the lima beans, you can add a frozen bag, or you can add them fresh from a can. But we have already eaten some of our lima beans last night, so these are leftovers as well, and I'm going to add them into the pot. Alright, so you normally see lima beans as the small green lima beans, which you can see here, but also the large lima beans, which are more off-white, I guess. And then I also had some bacon that I had cooked when I cooked the lima beans last night. So I'm just going to add all of those in, both types of lima beans, and that's probably about a cup or a cup and a half worth of lima beans. Alright, so we have our pork added in, our lima beans added in. Now, one thing that you can or can't do is I'm going to add about a half of a little green bell pepper. Now, I don't like the taste of bell pepper in my soups. I don't want to crunch into one, but I do like them to add flavor. So I'm going to actually remove that before I serve it, but I'm going to let it cook down with the Brunswick stew for the next couple of hours. And I'm also going to add a little bit of chicken stock, maybe about 2 cups worth, just enough to kind of coat everything and get it some liquid so it doesn't dry out. So here is our stew. We're going to let this cook on low. You can also do this in a crock pot or a slow cooker. We're going to let it cook on low on the stove in our pot for about 2 hours. If you were using cream style corn instead of whole kernel corn, then you would simply add that into the last 30 minutes of the dish instead of now. I also added about a teaspoon of salt and a half teaspoon of black pepper. So now we're going to cover our dish and let that cook for about 2 hours. Thank you all for watching. If you like this recipe, please comment down below what you would change or how you would fix it differently than what we did. We love Brunswick stew. We hope that you do too. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. We'll see you next time. Bye. All right, let's dig in. I even made a little bit of homemade cornbread to go with it.
It's got a lot of flavor. I like it a lot. It's got a lot of flavor. I like it a lot. We're good. I like it a lot. This is good. I like it a lot. It's got a lot of flavor.